Expectations. Oh yeah, I know who that builder is.
So there's his guy. There he is, right there. That's him. That's his
Which one's he?
right here.
Then I would want to build the value. Well, what did you like? How do you think it could help you? Well, in the future, where do you think your team could need more help? People don't do anything unless they're certain they know it's going to help them. Understand that. You got to get so clear on. Here's something people don't understand. It's never ever about your product. It's about, does your product that you have solve a problem they're looking for, and is there enough certainty for them to decide? Where'd Van go?
Looked like he ran out.
Shit.
Did we make Van man?
Where do you think Van went? Huh?
Yeah, he just
Where'd you go, Van?
Van just dropped the mic and left.
Yeah. Somebody go in there and say, hey man, the speaker's not working, or the lighting's not working. Everybody, if you're on here, happy Saturday. Thank you for your time. If you've got any questions, maybe you could stump us. Try to stump us if you're in the audience.
God, they missed the best. That was a really good strong 30 minutes.
Was that? It was about an hour almost.
Yeah. Well, that's how good it was.
You're cheating me, but if you'd do me a favor, everybody, please share the stream. Would you do me a solid and share the stream? What we're talking about this morning is information, research versus decisions. Josh, you look angry over there. Okay, so most people today that you're talking to, and if you're talking to them, there is a reason. Where'd you go?
They're stucco watching, so I just was checking with them because we're all parked in the front.
Oh, do we need to move?
Nah, they're fine.
Okay.
We got a lot to do.
Major
Okay. All right.
development here. Stucco watching.
Yeah. I forgot we were told to not park up front. I did it anyway.
Dang
I heard they dropped some on that Audi out there, but hey.
They're probably commercially bought.
Sure.
So whenever people hit you up, if it's online or if it's a call, if you don't know them, they're probably, you need to get clear on this. They're more than likely only looking to gather information, or they're researching, or most of the time, almost all the time, they don't have any interest in a decision right now. So Josh, tell us, what does it mean when people are researching or gathering information?
They're not wanting to be sold by anybody. They don't want to talk to anybody. They're just wanting to figure out what could possibly help them make a decision in the future.
Would you say someone that's gathering information is likely to be guarded or not guarded?
Very likely to be guarded.
Guarded for sure.
And when they're guarded, how do they speak to you? How do they talk?
They're mad. They're like, don't talk to me. I got to go, something like that.
Did you get hung up on any yesterday?
No, not yesterday. The day before that.
Who hung up on you?
I don't remember. I got hung up on a couple times.
Do you remember that girl we did that little promo for, and we helped her out? Then she went out and we helped her raise money, and then she went out and bought a house through somebody else, and you called her.
She hung up on
You
me.
know, some people just really annoy me. Yeah.
You helped her, and then she went to.
We helped her
another
raise money for this charity, and some people, man.
Yeah.
But eventually you see who people, hey, we're not complaining about that. That was my fault. I should have known better.
One thing else, did you hear that people are putting donations to charities in the contracts now to win offers?
It's a good idea.
Someone put in, I'll donate $500 in the special stipulations to
Charity of your choice. Yeah.
Wow.
I like it too. I bet it works. Does it
Creative.
work?
I don't know.
I bet it does.
Wow.
But it does too. It's
I bet it does.
thinking outside
We
the
need to
box,
start
so you
doing
get
that.
third eye.
We got a new trick.
People want to help people. And
Yeah.
people want to feel good about helping other people. So we're talking about gathering research, then talking to people that are making decisions. So I hear a lot of salespeople whenever they first start talking to somebody, they don't understand where the consumer is at that particular time, and they communicate a language to the customer that becomes very scary to them. What is one of your questions you're going to like, especially if we call out because they came in indicating they were interested in something? Josh, what is it? How would you call and frame a question to somebody if you don't know where they are?
If you were to consider buying a house this year,
Take me through from the beginning. There is a greeting. What does the greeting need to be like?
Hello, this is Josh with Josh.
What does the greeting need to be like? I didn't ask the words.
It needs to be less than 15 seconds.
Well, it needs to be high energy.
You gotta be smiling.
You're smiling. You're there to try to help them do what? Are you trying to help them make a decision? Or are you trying to help them get information?
Yeah, help them get information.
See, too often people are trying to get a sale too quickly when you don't know. And people are going to work with people that can discover where they are. On a scale from 0 to 10, how interested are you? Because I need to match you. If you're at a 1 and I'm at a 10 pushing my product, there's an automatic disconnect there. What are your questions for people that are looking for information? How do you know if they're looking for information? What information are they looking for? And do they actually have a problem that can be solved?
What information can I give you today?
And then give them options.
Okay,
Right.
here's
How long
the,
have you been gathering information?
okay, why does that question make sense? How long have you been gathering information?
Because people actually thinking they'll tell you.
From there you can spark another question if they have been looking for a long time.
Okay, well, I'm always looking, there is an art and a science to this, okay? There is a science that I believe that if you're looking, you could be up to 2 years. But then there's some awareness things you got to build. If you've been looking for a while, that indicates to me that you've gone one time, okay, and then you came back. Then you came back. Do y'all follow that?
Yes.
Where
That
do you
tells
go
you.
to the site? Like, what do you mean? Like looking and then stop looking and looking?
It indicates you're a little more. If you go one time or if you go 10 times, who do you think's more interested?
10 times.
Okay, that was a good question, but you don't even know why it was a good question. How long have you been looking? How often do you do this? See, whenever you ask that you're in alignment with helping them understand the research, but you're not asking them to make a decision. How many times have you been to her? How often have you watched Coach Bird on YouTube? Mm-hmm. Understand this too, Eric. People, if they don't know Coach, they probably won't buy from Coach.
Right.
Figure, hey, have you seen him before? Nope.
Nope.
You ever heard of him? No.
Nope.
Oh, so do you want to buy this $25,000 retreat?
Right.
So you need to
Right.
like your question to them are to be, have you ever seen Coach? Have you ever heard Coach? Do you
Yeah.
know anything about Coach?
Yeah.
What do you like about him? I like he's a little bitty guy, little bitty
Yeah.
bald guy. I like
Yeah,
that. What if they don't know? What if they're like lukewarm?
Yeah.
Do you need to try to sell them something?
The sell there is just to plug them into YouTube or Facebook or something, right?
I would agree with that
Yeah.
because people.
Would you be interested in following on YouTube?
There you go. Do you ever ask people to do that?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah. I
Maybe.
think so.
But
Yep.
that's a good question. How long have you been looking? How often do you watch this stuff? And does it ever help you?
Yeah.
What does it help you with?
Yeah.
Then I would go into what is it that you would really like in your business that you're missing? The problem with asking some of these questions, whenever they become too vague, too general, it's hard for the consumer to think and come up with the right answer. Like whenever I ask Josh a question, he's just frozen. He don't know. It's
'Cause
just
he
too
needs
much.
options.
It's just too much. So whenever I like the idea of, hey, you've come on here. Do you specifically have an idea of what information you're looking for, or could I help give you some options for further information?
They just came on here to look at houses.
I completely okay. So do you ever get that? Where would you pivot if they said that? I just came on here to look at houses.
Man, everybody I talk to, they just want to get on here and look at houses. But let me ask you this: are you looking just as a hobby? Or are you looking because potentially you want to make a decision on homes at any point? In the
So
future?
when you ask that question, what is that telling you?
Interest level.
Where they are in the process. So I like your question of how often. Then you might even ask, well, hey, we appreciate you getting on our site. How often do you look on our site? How do you feel about our site? Do you look on other sites? Which one do you like the most? Have you ever gone out and actually looked at a home with a realtor? Would you be interested in that? Do you think right now would be the right time, or is it too early in the process? I want to start chipping away at the quadrant of where the objection could be. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday Sales Training. If you're on here, tell us hello. I don't know who all is on there, but today what we're talking about is, do you understand where buyers are in the process? where they are in the cycle. See, a lot of people, we sell houses, a lot of people could indicate to one of our guys they are ready. But are they really ready if they have not been pre-approved?
No.
Why?
No, they're not ready.
Why?
But it's a step.
Falls in the price category or money category.
They haven't took that step.
Hey,
Why?
shooting a gun with no bullets.
Okay, so look, if they're, could they do it if they haven't been pre-approved? Where could the objection go if they tried to get pre-approved but they couldn't?
Money.
Could be the money and time. Mm-hmm. Now it just don't matter. Time won't allow them because the credit or the money's not right. Where does the buyer see value, Eric?
Well,
Gennard, what's up? Thank you for getting on here.
I love what we were talking about earlier this morning. It's not the value we see for the buyer; it's what the value is for them. And to get to that, you got to ask them the questions.
Well, most salespeople sell by their own value, and that's why I tell y'all, if you've got problems with money, you're going to create problems with money on the customer. Pay attention to the agents that are doing business, and if they're tight or if they got a money problem, they attract people with money problems.
Ah.
So a good question you could ask people, if I'm in the self-improvement game, I want to know this. Have you ever bought a coaching program? Have you ever
Yeah.
done anything? Have you ever, I want to know how likely are they to spend money.
And then how
because
did that go?
what happens if it went well?
What made it good?
If it went well, they're probably open to doing it again. If it didn't go well, you got a problem, because now they may not believe in the product.
Mm-hmm.
They may not believe they'll do it, and they may not even believe it'll work.
Or that they can do it.
Or they could be searching for, they were with one coach and they decided to go to another because they're still searching to find that.
The right-
Well, okay,
the
if
right-
I know you, this is in the information, we're not trying to get a decision. If I know Andrew was with one coach and it didn't work and now he's considering coaching, here's the first question I want to know. Do you still believe coaching can help you?
Yes.
Okay, that means he's open to a new coach. What was it about the old coach? See, will you go back and discover what was it about the old coach you didn't like?
Just didn't have enough enthusiasm, didn't give enough drive to me.
Do you feel like the next coach, is it going to be the coach's responsibility to get your job, or is it going to be your job?
I mean, I feel like it's my job, but I feel like they need to point me in the right direction.
Okay. What could he have done, he or she, what could they have done to help you to get in that direction last time?
I guess,
Yeah.
give me some day-to-day things that I need to do to pick myself up and, move forward. And
Okay, so what he's telling Eric right now is this dude is high maintenance.
Yeah.
And see, you need to ask, this
Yeah.
is how you can discover your client. People want accountability so bad
Yeah.
because they can't hold themselves accountable.
Yep.
You can't hold yourself accountable. That's why I'm always on you. What is an indication that you can't hold yourself accountable?
I'll show up late.
Okay. So I'm trying to put somebody where you're holding them accountable will help you get to where you hold yourself accountable.
There you go.
That's what I'm hoping will happen.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It is happening.
It's happening now.
Or you're showing up on time.
I've been here at 8:05 all week.
Oh.
Except for Monday.
Okay. Is 8:05 the time?
8:15.
Yeah, we
Oh,
won.
wow. So you've
We
been
won.
early.
You
But-
were early this morning?
Oh, wow. Strong.
9 o'clock's the deadline. What time did you get here?
8:58.
Well,
That's
see.
pretty good.
It
Now
is
do you
good.
do you praise a guy that's doing that, or you just what's the best
Man,
way?
I
To,
give praises. I let him off yesterday. And I was,
you guys went and played golf right in the middle of the day.
That's right.
well, I mean, I was,
mean-
if Josh wouldn't have left, I would have just said, y'all just get out of here. Because I feel like they earned it. If I was saying this in the morning grind, nobody probably understood this, but what is it really worth to come in and commit so much to something if you don't get a payoff? Like it was just golf, but it was a surprising payoff for y'all. You didn't know huh?
I was shocked as hell.
I was shocked.
Oh, he came in and told y'all could just go.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh,
no.
that's the best.
Let me tell you what really happened.
Okay.
We wanted to play golf before he came in.
Did
So
he know that?
we were thinking of some sly way to say, hey, Tommy, if we can get all these calls in, is there any way we can go?
Oh, okay. So that's how it went down.
But
Okay.
he came in and said, man, why don't y'all just go ahead and get these calls out of the way so y'all can go do something this afternoon
Okay.
and help throw us off for a loop.
Well, the way you got to understand the way you create value for people. If I would have told y'all last Friday, hey, I'm going to let y'all off next Friday to go play golf, you wouldn't appreciate it like you did yesterday.
Yeah.
You didn't know about it. Then I told you got to make the calls. I was just stalling to get little Josh back. I didn't even know where he was, but you got your things done. What time did you get back? 10:30?
11.
Okay. Well, if you'd have been here at 9, I would have just said y'all go. That was what I wanted to do, because I want y'all to go out. Like, you need to know what it feels like to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it and still make money.
So I told Hayden yesterday, I was like, imagine if we could do this every day.
You can. I mean, when Steven wants to go play golf, he goes play golf.
Yeah.
I don't say nothing. Why?
Because he makes money.
Because he makes money. So you need to know it's possible. It can be done. I see it. I actually did it yesterday. That's what you need to tell yourself.
So there's motivation for them now.
Yeah, but it's kind of like this exposure thing I want them to see.
Well, I
That's
thought
good.
we all still got shit done yesterday too. even
You
though we
probably
didn't.
did. You probably did. But you probably couldn't have done that at one time.
Yeah.
You gotta get into the maturation process. I can make deals happen no matter where I am, as long as I got the phone. You know, I can. It's possible. But I helped you guys by saying you do your calls. See, I raised your expectation of what you were going to have to do to make the calls, and then I was just stalling. Then I just gave it to you. That's how you negotiate. People negotiate from what they expect. Y'all were happy. I said, man, just make 50 phone calls. You can go play golf. The bonus came when I'm like, just go. That was where y'all got like really
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
We negotiate from what we think we're getting. That's where we like. So if I would have told y'all last Friday, come in, make your calls, and then go play golf, and you came in, you called, you wouldn't even feel. You wouldn't have really appreciated it as much.
I was kidding.
I thought Hayden was a damn 5-year-old kid.
I was kidding. That's why I went out there and I shot a 150. Hayden was so excited. He went out and like, how bad was he?
He wasn't bad. He had some good drives.
When did you quit counting?
I don't think he ever
Before I
started.
started.
I don't think he ever started.
Eric, what questions do you have? Today what we're talking about is you've got to understand, is the person you're talking to, are they only looking to gather information, or are they looking to make a decision? Since Google, since the internet has come in, websites, we're in what's called the information age, where I like to go and I like to research. That does not mean I'm going to buy anything. As a matter of fact, 95% of the time when you hit a site, you're not buying anything, no matter how good the person is. I might jump over. Brittany was talking about us getting some kind of a camper. And I might get on there and look for some of these campers. And I ain't talking about when you pull behind some piece of shit like that. I'm talking about a nice one.
Like an RV.
An RV,
Yeah.
Cousin Eddie style.
Oh yeah, Winnebago.
Okay, I'm talking maybe something like that. Hey, they might be 250 grand. I don't know. I might get on that site to just dream a little bit.
Yeah.
Those guys, no matter what, they call me up. Which objection do you think they got me in?
There's a good RV place in town, by the
Could
way.
be all for
You
it.
need to go to there.
It ain't the time.
Could be all for it.
It is the time, because there's a lot of other things right now I got to do before I can justify doing it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the money. I ain't spending the money on it. Unless they can make it so ridiculous to where it was so cheap and I could put Good Time Tommy all over that thing and we could just drive around
Now
in that office.
All right, so the better conversation
Hey,
for the
DeMonte,
sales
what's up,
right
buddy?
here is, why do you want an RV? What value is Brittany and Renee seeing in an RV?
Well, she'd
Right?
like to
I
go
mean-
places, but there ain't enough of a desire there to overcome. How much is a brand? Somebody. Oh, hey, Sean Kaplan's got that fancy RV.
His tax
Sean
deductible.
Kaplan did over $100 million in his mortgage production,
Wow.
which hey, we know what they make, so he
Yeah.
can easily get his RV.
He may have paid cash.
20-year loan too, best thing we ever spent money on.
What's up, Sean?
Well, I just can't justify right now spending any, because I've got the house. I've got $9,000 a month going out in mortgage payments.
So you're just looking for information.
I'm probably just.
You're not
looking-
even-
I'm really on the side of looking for information to dream. Now, the other
Okay.
thing that I would consider, I get on to Zillow. I'm looking for homes in Florida. Okay, I'm close to being able to buy a house in Florida. Which objection would that fall under? There's 4 quadrants. I wish, Van, whenever we do this in the future, we probably need to put those quadrants up there. It's either money, time, just may not be the right time, product, or a stall. You got to know how to handle these objections, but before you can handle an objection, what do you have to know before that?
Now, would you buy a house in Florida first?
You listening?
I am.
Which, before you handle an objection, Josh, what do you have to do?
Figure out why they're doing it.
You got to figure
Yeah.
out where the objection is, what the objection is. No matter what, until you identify, like if you were to go to the doctor, okay, and you had these problems, I don't know what it was, and I kept fixing everything except the root cause. How could I fix you?
Good.
Does that
Take a
make
long
sense?
time.
Yeah.
I mean, you come in here and I keep fixing the symptoms, the wrong things, and then you go to another doctor and he sits down and he finally figures it out. Well, dude, here's your problem. That's why that other quack can't fix you. Same thing happens in sales until you can discover what the problem is. And there's only one problem. People will still buy. They'll still buy when there's problems, but if there's one major problem that will prevent them, you got to untangle that. You got to discover it. Then you got to find a way to help them make sense of overcoming that. Because what they know, they may have information. What happened?
Stucco. Are we back to the stucco
We
people?
we clipped
What?
off yet, Van?
Yeah.
Understand this. People get information. They get information from the wrong people that is wrong information. Like your uncle. What was his name?
Benji.
Benji. Oh, Uncle Benji. Dude gave you wrong information, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were
Yeah, I
saying.
guess.
And he gave you this information that was his belief that he got from somebody, and now you believe it, and then you get around other people, and you might be like, well, Uncle Benji ain't even right.
Right.
Uncle Benji was closed off. Uncle Benji thought he had it figured out, but he really didn't. You're talking to people. You've got to untangle this in the research phase. What were you going to ask, Eric? You forgot.
I forgot. I'm just sitting here thinking about what that Audi's gonna look like with stucco all over it.
He was asking about Florida. Something about
Yeah.
Florida. What were you asking?
Well, because you got 2 buying decisions right there.
What do you mean?
Would you buy a house in Florida first, or would you buy an RV first?
Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, that RV would be later on.
And you're just
Would you
waiting
have
for the
someone
right
drive
product.
The RV or would
Yeah, I ain't
Can
driving that
I?
thing. No. Van.
Van.
Van would make me feel safe doing 32 miles an hour down the interstate.
Josh, you back to
We'd be going 30 under.
But hey, those are good questions.
Yeah.
Those are good
Yeah,
questions.
those are
Right.
Like, what would need to happen before you would even consider buying an RV?
Yeah.
See, too many salespeople, I think, try to be the wrong type of magician. They try to make things go away without confronting them.
Yeah.
Most salespeople don't confront the problems. Most salespeople aren't transparent enough. You know, when you get really, if you listen to me whenever I have to deal with a customer, usually I don't get involved, but if I have to, roll tide, Lex Jennings. My things, there's really nothing that's fancy. It's just extremely transparent. And when you're transparent, you're asking hard questions. It builds trust. Whenever I don't ask, I mean, my questions are short and tight. I don't go into a lot of things. I'm just moving forward into my process because I'm trying to discover where are you and why you want to do it and what would stop you from doing this. And if we could do this, would you still do it? I'm not trying to control the person. I'm trying to control the process that's done the same way every single time. I don't need fancy words. I don't need to try to oversell something. I don't need to make something sound better than it is because at the end of the day, I don't care. Here's what I do care about. Do you want it? Do you like it? Is this something that you really, really want to do? Because if that's not there, I can't get you to do it. So I don't ask. I don't give my opinion. My opinion don't matter. What do you want to do? In a perfect world, what do you want to do? Is that simple? Why would you want to do this? Why? Here's something a lot of these chicken shits won't do around here, Chris Clark. Why would you not do this? because they think they're going to talk them into something, but really you're already thinking it if you can answer it. I need to know everything. When you go to the doctor, do you tell him everything or just the parts that, I mean, if you really care about getting healthy, most people do, you're going to tell them everything. All myself, oh man, my arm starts tingling, my jaw. I mean, you're going to tell him everything because you want to know. You really want to fix the problem. But
That's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's good about it?
Damn good.
Huh?
I feel like it's all
Well, I think
about being
as salespeople, it's good to view yourself as a doctor, as a
People
practitioner,
can't
as a.
buy. They
right?
can't buy when they're uncertain.
That's right.
They can't do it. Now look, now here's where salespeople, when they're new at this, they think that they've always got to be positive to remain certain. You don't have to. Like if you don't know the answer to something, you just need to say it with certainty. Like whenever I start asking Josh a question and he just starts mumbling, that makes me uncertain. Give me an I don't know. Don't give me a You ever notice how he does that? So here's what happens whenever he gets stumps out there with people. Whenever they feel uncertain with you, the sales process gets longer.
Right.
If you don't know the question, hey, we've trained on this. What do you say when you don't know the answer to something? We went over this. What is it?
I don't know, and it's my fault that I don't know, but I can get you that answer as soon as we get done here.
Okay, well, that's not exactly what you were trained.
very certain.
Hey, before I'm going to waste time for them, I'm going to ask them, how important is, hey, I apologize, I don't know that, but how important is this to you in making your decision?
It ain't important.
Okay, well, hey, yeah, then we move on. Salespeople, whenever they start trying to fix every objection, you create the objection and it dies. It's like whenever you're swimming and you're just swimming hard as hell against the current. You die because you just take on so much water and you can't even breathe anymore. Salespeople just smother themselves by working so hard to overcome things that aren't real problems. If somebody asks me something I don't know the answer to, I take pride in it. Hell, I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. Is this something you really need to know to make this decision? See, that's why I tell Larima's brand new, she's our ISA. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to answer the questions. Trying to learn everything, sorry for spitting on you.
Golly.
Trying to learn everything becomes exhausting.
In a rain suit
You don't
over
have
here.
to. You just gotta provide certainty. Like you're gonna get a lot of calls where people are asking you about subdivisions and things that you don't know anything about. Hey, there's so many subdivisions coming up, Chris. I don't know. I apologize. I can get you that information. Is this the only subdivision you want information on? It's how you say things. Do it, Josh. Do the little. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so here's what their mind tells us. I'm uncertain when I'm with Josh.
You can't buy without certainty.
Yeah, but you're saying that kind of like a little timid.
You can't buy without certainty.
Okay, so whenever you're like that, I feel I'm in a certain state.
Right.
When I see, it's like watching your little kid go out there playing a sport and they're terrible, and you're just like, shit. Damn, I wish they would just quit.
Get him out.
That's what I see whenever I see Josh just go bitch on me. Like, God, why are you doing that, Josh? Man, that ain't. Quit doing that. Whenever you don't know, own it. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
But you need to own what you don't know. Sean Kaplan killed a really, really good point, GTT. Confidence is our answers, posture, inflection, and questions. It's not about the quantity of our words, but the quality.
Good, Sean.
It's coming from a big-time person.
Yeah.
There. You ought to say thanks, Sean.
Thanks,
you,
Sean.
I
On
appreciate
you ought to type it in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean
Yeah.
Kaplan. Thank you for getting on here, friend. About to wrap it up. Do you have any questions? I like to keep this about 20 to 30 minutes every Saturday.
What color RV do you think you'd get?
Black with Good Time Tommy.
Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be
It'd be my
good.
billboard.
Now, do you want the kind that's got the TV underneath that you could just pop out and? Because on football Saturdays, you're probably going to want to watch Notre Dame.
I would love to have an RV here. Here's people could sell me. I'm an easy sell. And because I'm such an easy sell, it's hard to get to me. Van, call them back.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll throw as many damn bodies as possible
Yeah.
before they get to me because they'll talk me into it. Dude, imagine. Like Weatherman, he knows how to sell me. Imagine what people be saying about you. Imagine the attention. That's how he would sell me. Okay.
Imagine
These other people would do it the wrong way.
well, it's an RV. It's got a flat
Yeah.
screen TV.
Yeah,
All those,
yeah.
I don't care.
Features,
Going into,
benefits.
going into the motor and
Imagine
gas
how many,
mileage.
imagine
Tommy,
how many more people
just
are going to know you.
That logo on the side of a blacked out RV, you'd be the talk of Murfreesboro.
Imagine how much money you'd make just from your brand, people knowing you.
You might get 1,000, you probably get 10,000 more followers.
Okay, here's how we'll close it. People buy things when they can figure out a way to justify doing it. I can turn this liability into an asset because y'all gonna help me pay for it.
Imagine sitting yourself up in South Bend outside watching the
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I mean,
tailgate.
the big thing is if you just got people talking about me.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you, Tommy, the whole town.
Yeah.
They already know you.
You have it parked out here.
Tommy, how many RVs are parked at an MTSU football lot?
Shit, I don't know. I'm going to,
Completely blacked out.
I don't go to any of them.
Well, there you go.
What if we did Saturday sales training from the RV?
Look at Sean. Somebody read Sean Kaplan. My eyes are. Can you read it?
If I could show you how that RV would not only pay for itself, but actually make you the money, would you consider coming looking at one, Tommy? Ooh.
Well, see, he didn't make me feel like I'm making a decision right there. He's helping me by giving me information.
Yeah.
People are a sucker. He hooked me by this. If I could show you how this would make you money.
Yeah.
He didn't get me to make a decision right now. He's going to do that when we get over there and we're driving around. Get me to visualize it. See, you got to learn how to hook people in the information stage. Hook them to get them interested. Now he's you mean to tell me I could buy this and you could teach me how to make money with it, and have my picture on the side of it and everybody's talking about it?
Yep.
And it's got a 20-year mortgage. How much are my payments? How much I got to put down? Shut us down, man. Sean Kaplan.
That's
Really
good.
appreciate you getting on here, man. And if you don't know who Sean Kaplan is,
Big time dude.
I'm a big fan of what he puts out. Cut the crap.
Yep.
Very honest, transparent dude that's doing. Hey, he's making a whole lot of money.
Big
Follow
fan.
that guy.
Big fan.
See ya.